Je suis de celles qui se donnent, je ne sais pas pourquoi. Pas de celles qu'on emprisonne avec une bague au doigt.
Here with me, Claudio Tajana, the president of MAREdiMODA I in Cannes. First of all, thank you so much for the invitation, Mr. Tajana. And what can you tell us, something news about this new edition of MAREdiMODA?
So this edition is the 20th of our history, and is particularly interesting because we are many visitors like in the previous year, and the exhibitors are more than the last edition in 2019 before COVID.
One of the most important value is the theme of sustainability in fashion system and also in this department, in beachwear and in underwear. A lot of people from fashion companies and from these companies too are telling me that sustainable is not only a product made by using upcycling or recycling raw materials, but it's also a great measure for sustainability is the longevity of the product. So it makes us understand that there is a strong research of fabrics to make an item for beachwear, bikini, trikini, swimsuit, each kind of this.
Yeah, the sustainability today is an abused word. A lot of people are using it like greenwashing. We think that sustainable, for before of all, it means like the French word for sustainability, that is durable, la durabilité. That means that the product has to be made in the best way in order to last the long time as possible. And another point of sustainability is about the respect of the people that are working with us, that, for instance, is not something that is used by other countries, especially far from us. Second, the respect of the land that in our factory are present in this moment, and the history of our countries that are based on values that are from century in our culture. So all these arguments together represent a real sense of sustainable world, and not only to use some plastic to make other plastic.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tajana, for welcoming us in this beautiful place, and wish all the best to our great Italian and European companies. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Woke from a dream, what is this feeling? What could it be? It seems so real and it's pulling me.
Good evening, Mr. Williamson, Vice President of Lycra. A lot of years and a successful history for your brand. For this year, you are really focused on the great theme, the great topic of sustainability. That is maybe I think that we can say that it's one of the most important goals for our planet in all the different sectors. But in fashion was very dangerous in this sense, because it was one of the production was not sustainable since some years ago. Tell us the meaning of sustainability for you.
Okay, so we started our sustainability platform in 2009 with a platform called Planet Agenda. So this was where we set out our sustainability objectives. Initially it was for 2020. We set out a series of objectives, for example, to reduce our energy consumption and water usage by 20% by 2020. 2020 has come and gone. We achieved all of those objectives. So now we've just published our update for Planet Agenda, which are our goals for 2030 and 2050. So they're very much aligned with the European Green Deal, with the objectives of the European Green Deal. They're very much aligned with the United Nations objectives as well. So we've just published, as I say, our report. All the statements all the objectives we have will be supported by third parties. So particularly with the science-based initiative, we'll be one of the people who will be assessing what we say we can do. One thing I would like to say, which is very exciting, is that about a month ago, so in October, we announced an agreement with a company called Core. And through this agreement, our main raw material that goes into making Lycra will move to a bio-based renewable source. So to give you an idea, when you make spandex or you make Lycra, 70% of that is a product called PTMEG. PTMEG is a chemical that comes from another chemical called BDO, butadiene, which comes from oil. So with the agreement with Core, we will get the BDO from cornstarch, so they will supply us. So it's a renewable source, which means that 70% of our product will be from a bio-based source. And the important thing is that will reduce our carbon footprint by about 40%, which is huge.
Do you think that it's right to say that a product to be sustainable should the price should be a little bit higher than a normal product? You should spend a little bit more if you want a sustainable, if you want to buy a sustainable product now, or it will be the same thing also in the future?
I mean, the price of something comes from the cost. So the more you have a large-scale production, then you can reduce the costs. I think a lot of the sustainable solutions, they're starting up. So for the moment, they're small scale, so naturally they cost a bit more. They're breaking from the tradition, they're doing things a different way. I'm convinced that over time, the cost will come down as they become more mainstream, so there shouldn't be in the future any difference. Today it is more expensive, that's true, but probably in the future, if all of the production is more sustainable, then it'll be on a large scale.
Okay, thank you so much. Wish you all the best for this great goal for the next year, and obviously we hope to see you again in the next year after this great result. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I know that you wanna have some fun, just like bubblegum.
Elisabetta Bianco, textile designer for Ripa. First of all, it's a great anniversary for you this year, 70 years of history, a family history. Your one is a family company, and you are the third generation. So tell us something about the development of your company, but in particular of your product, because the beachwear, I think that the beachwear is changed a lot in the last decades.
See, yes, we've been born in 1952 by my grandfather, Luigi Ripa, and now the company is led by my father, Luca Bianco, and I just work. I'm not the owner yet, and I work in the design department, which means that, as you said, I have to follow the trends, and you're right, in the last decades the beachwear trends really changed a lot, mainly because of the innovation of the materials. So, new yarns, new finishings, new fabrics, new machines, new trends. So we really have to be fast. We really have to be innovative and really trend focused in our production.
Like bubblegum.
What are the most important needs and what women ask when they buy a bikini, a trikini, a swimsuit? For example, there was a period when it was better to wear a swimsuit than the moment of Brasiliano Perizoma, and then there was the summer of fluo colors, and now there are a lot of different prints, shapes, and texture materials, but the most important thing, the first time that the people look at when she comes inside a boutique and she wants to buy a piece of beachwear.
I think that today the most important thing is the way it fits, because we don't think about it, but when we are on the beach we are mainly naked, so we have to be 100% comfortable and 100% sure what we are wearing. So it's so important that what we wear fits us, fits our mindset and our style. So what people look is something that really catches their eye, but not in a trendy way, but in a more, let's say, intimate way. So this is something that I like. So this is the first thing that they do. Then they touch it, because this is another thing. Again, a bikini is something that is directly in contact with your skin. A skin that can be wet, can be salty, can be full of sand. So it has to be a nice touch. It has to be a nice feeling to be worn all day long, because usually we go to the beach to stay there until the sun goes down. So we really need to be okay with what we feel on the skin. So the touch and the fit. So it's a combination of design and textile choices.
70 years, and we wish you all the best for the next 70 and even more. Thank you so much. A great pleasure to meet you, and enjoy this fair. Bye bye.